I talk so much about the Powerpuff Girls on this channel that I'm sure a lot of you are sick of it by now. And to those of you who feel that way, please do not unsubscribe. Just don't worry, because I'll have plenty of other animated related videos coming soon, I promise. There's so much I want to and will talk about eventually, I promise. More Dexter's Lab, Adventure Time, Regular Show, Steven Universe, the list goes on and I haven't forgotten about any of them. But as someone who covers the Powerpuff Girls and has made many videos about their comics specifically, you'd think that I would have remembered that this was releasing, but to my surprise, I didn't.
I don't know, maybe because you stink! What?
Yeah, shocking, I know. And I honestly don't even know how it slipped my mind, and if it weren't for Hey Samus33, shout out to you, I wouldn't even be talking about this. And because of that, I was able to pick up an issue from my local comic book store, and to put it simply, it's absolutely fantastic. Unlike the comics that came before that were distributed by DC Comics, yes, that DC Comics, and the short run of comics after that that came from IDW, this run comes from Dynamite Comics, and it truly feels like an episode jumping out of the pages. Written by the wonderful Kelly Thompson, who has written comics for Black Widow, the Birds of Prey, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I don't care what y'all say, I love Captain Marvel. But she has a really great mind for understanding the stakes of different continuities. It's so easy to try and go above and beyond by making high stakes end-all be-all issues of comics, which I hope we get to eventually, but now isn't the time. Kelly did an amazing job at making this first issue feel like an episode you actually see air in the 2000s. Almost like if little kid me turned on the TV, this episode would be playing. This first issue follows the girls in school and their teacher Miss Keene introducing the class to a robot. The robot's job is to help kids find out what they're destined to be in the future, which immediately confuses the girls because, to their knowledge, they were literally made to be superheroes. They've never considered the idea of being anything else. They've always been superheroes, and as far as they knew, they'd always be superheroes. Surprisingly, Buttercup out of everyone suggests that maybe there's a future where they want to be something else. Maybe there is more to life than beating up bad guys. So they all take a test to see what life suits them best going forward, and that leads them to all going down different paths as a result. And that's about as far as I'll go on the details of the comic, as to not spoil anything for those of you planning on picking up a copy. But for a first issue, the comic is pretty self-contained and feels like it came directly from the original cartoon itself. And I honestly don't mean to blueball you, but I really want this comic run to do well and keep going, so I'd rather not undercut it by giving away the story, especially this early, seeing that the comic released this week and is still available at all your local comic stores. Please support your local comic stores. But as familiar faces go, the only returning characters are the girls, the professor, Cerebellum, and Miss Keene, if I'm not including the person who's behind the whole scheme. Unfortunately, there is no Mojo Jojo in this issue. But if you've seen any amount of Powerpuff Girls at all, you'd probably be able to guess who's the bad guy in this issue. The artwork in this book is incredible as well. It looks exactly like the cartoon. Everything in this book is so alive and vibrant. And that would make sense, seeing as this art was done by Paulina Gauchu? We'll say Ganachu, who's done art for Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Black and Green, which is absolutely amazing, She-Ra, and a few Wonder Woman issues. So we like Miss Ganachu in this house. But if this comic is anything to go off of, then trust and believe that the Powerpuff Girls are back and it's our job to support them. So if you're interested in this comic, I definitely recommend checking it out and picking it up from your local comic book shop if you can. I am not sponsored at all. Warner Brothers has never hit me up. No Powerpuff Girls official anything has ever messaged me, ever. I just want to support this so we can possibly get this new series up and running. If Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network sees that we are actually passionate about the Powerpuff Girls and we are willing to support it, then they'd be far more likely to actually greenlight this thing. I mean, I know we're all expecting the rumored Powerpuff Girls series to come back, and we've had plenty of reason to expect that to happen, but Warner Brothers has not officially said anything yet. So the more we support the stuff that we love, the more likely we are to get more of it. A new era of the Powerpuff Girls has arrived, and that era is looking really, really good at the moment.
Once again, the day is saved. Get it? The day is saved? You don't get it, because it was going to be perpetual night. You know, the daylight. They saved the day, literally. Oh, sorry. Thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. Good night, everybody.
I'll be taking that. Oh, that looks heavy. Can't you read?
That bus driver's taking all the creamy, delicious strawberry milk.
Thank you very much.
That bus driver looks familiar.
Hey, you fuzzy lumpkins.
But why the strawberry milk, Fuzzy? Why?
Because I need the calcium for strong bones. And it makes my fur pink.
Get a dye job. Hand over the strawberry, shortcake.